So what could be considered as a very nebulous idea, not trying, is actually quite clear. And we've experienced this many times if we reflect back on our life experiences to recall where it occurred. For example, when I worked in my corporate career back in the days in an IT department, we had contractors that would come in and they would provide services for the company. So one of the firms that came in, I had an opportunity to ask them about their business, as at that time I was more interested in entrepreneurship. And when you set an intention, people always appear to give you everything you need to know, which is apparent if you listen with the years of understanding, especially to the nuances of what is being shared. Like, for example, in the quote from Lao Tzu. So I asked him, what did you do to grow your business? And he said, we just go into meetings with companies, and pretty much most of the tech work they ask for, we just say yes to it, and then figure out how to do it, and then deliver it. So I said, don't you have to have expertise for all that you're implementing? And he said, yes and no. He said, you deliver on what is being asked for, and there's a lot of information on the internet on how to deliver on what is being asked for. As long as you deliver and deliver well, they're fine with it, and are also open to having more conversations on what else you could do for them. They'll even refer other businesses to you, and we keep doing this simple thing over and over again without doing anything else that is not needed. This is how we built and continue to build our business. And that's how they grew their business. They were open to opportunities which were always there. They would acknowledge that every conversation with a company provides infinite opportunities. And they knew with certainty they could deliver on the ones that they have chosen to move forward with. And in delivery of the service, they were exemplifying what in The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles was describing as acting in the certain way, the way of certainty. As he said here, thought is the creative power or the impelling force which causes the creative power to act. Thinking in a certain way will bring riches to you, but you must not rely upon thought alone, paying no attention to personal action. What he's speaking of here is spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical congruence. If the congruence is not there, bring awareness to the beliefs that are restricting the flow of congruence so that they may be released to result in harmony between the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical, allowing thus your attention to go in the direction where the opportunities are, which are given to you, while also allowing yourself to flow with those opportunities to actualize business success, thus allowing spirit to animate all, including you, exactly as he also said in the book here. Under the impelling power of the Supreme Spirit, our affairs will be so ordered that someone will be led to mine the gold for you. Others' business transactions will be so directed that the gold will be brought toward you. And you must so arrange your own business affairs that you may be able to receive it when it comes to you. Your thought makes all things, animate and inanimate, work to bring you what you want. But your personal activity must be such that you can rightly receive what you want when it reaches you. So again, everything appears in accordance with the natural flow. We simply enter into the flow of prosperity and remain abiding in it. So again, 3 keys. Number 1, they acknowledge that everywhere they are, the opportunities are there. Number 2, they carried on conversations with their prospective clients in a certain way. And by that I mean knowing that the opportunities are there. And number 3, they committed to the deals in the certain way, the way of certainty, and performed each of their projects in the certain way, the way of certainty. Call certainty faith or trust if you'd like. And their business grew and continued to grow without forcing themselves to do unnecessary actions or allowing themselves to get distracted off the path of least resistance. And although they did not say it to me that way, like the way Wallace Wattles said it, they were implying the same thing as the book stated. And over my many years in entrepreneurship and working with others who built their businesses to success, they too refer to the certain way, although they may not call it acting as the certain way like Wallace Wattles. And this is what this book was about: practical application of the law, ideal for those interested in getting rich. As a matter of fact, he started off the book by saying, "This book is pragmatical, not philosophical, a practical manual, not a treatise upon theories. It is intended for those whose most pressing need is money, whose wish is to get rich and to philosophize afterwards. It is for those who have so far neither found the time, the means, nor the opportunity to go deep into the study of metaphysics, but who want results and who are willing to take the conclusions of science as a basis for action, without going into the processes by which those conclusions were reached." Wonderful book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. So in summary thus far, prosperity is all around us. It is sourced from within and appears all around us. The question is, do we appreciate it? And why would one not allow themselves to appreciate it? Well, it is due to particular beliefs. These particular beliefs may be orienting their attention in a direction that is not in harmony with their vision, rather than on the opportunities that always appear that are related to their vision. So I found that acting in the certain way feels natural and is in accordance with the natural flow of life and not force-based. Acknowledge that the force-based experience is unnecessarily generated by beliefs. For example, if one believes that stressful work is the way to actualizing riches, then as they believe, so it shall be done unto them. They're generating that experience through identification with stress-based beliefs. It is the beliefs playing out to reveal what is identified with. And autosuggestions release the identification. Like, for example, I find it is easy, or you could say easier each day to do what I love. Or every day, in every way, opportunities present themselves in unexpected ways, and I move forward with them gracefully. So the art of allowing and acting in the certain way is what I've reconciled into being one with the flow, which we can harmoniously relate to wooi. Wooi is a concept from Taoism. One translation has it as actionless action. Like, for example, when you are spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically in congruence with what you are doing, it feels effortless. In communication, for example, you know what to say, not say, do or not do, and there's no overthinking or identification with beliefs of rigidity or dichotomous thinking, rather harmonious being in alpha brainwave state. See, we have 5 different types of brainwaves. They are gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. One is not better than the other. They are all beneficial for an optimal life. Gamma waves are observed during higher mental processing. They have been observed during problem-solving tasks, and also interestingly, they have been observed in states of heightened consciousness, which suggests that they may also play a role in mystical experiences. Beta waves are observed during higher cognitive functions such as decision-making and exercise, indicating that they play a role in motor function. Now, what we find is that too much beta brainwave activity can result in overthinking, one being stuck in their head, which symptoms may include anxiety, stress, worry, and nervousness. So we want to be aware of the value of beta, as thinking logically is helpful, yet not allow ourselves to be trapped in it unnecessarily. Then we have alpha brainwaves. Alpha waves are usually observed when we are awake while also in a relaxed state at the same time. This is where we experience fluidity of mind. Within an alpha range, we experience relaxation, calmness, mental focus, peacefulness, clarity of mind, and increased creativity. Then we have theta waves. Theta brainwaves are observed during deep relaxation, meditation, and just prior to sleep, which in our Neville Goddard conversations, we refer to this as state akin to sleep. And delta waves are observed in deep sleep for healing and rejuvenation. So wooi is natural, effortless action in harmony with our natural way of being. It is where you feel one with all. This is where we experience, as I always say, all are in harmony with your vision, and your vision being in harmony with the vision of all. A deep, soulful congruence. Now, some of my Taoist friends consider wooi to be the same as flow state. Or some say in moments of wooi, they are in flow state type of experiences. And some consider it distinct from flow state. Yet they all said to me that it is in wooi where it feels like they are not forcefully doing anything. Rather, it appears that they're doing stuff effortlessly, and everything and everyone appears to be in harmony, like one rhythmic flow. Or as I say sometimes, everything happens ideally automatically. This effortless action is in harmony with the Tao, which can be looked at as being one with patterns and rhythms which are in your favor and not against you. This is where we experience inner and outer harmony. They're experienced as one. Spontaneity and intuition arises. During wooi, we experience spontaneous action and going about it in the certain way. Also, effortless skill in the certain way. In some contexts, I've heard wooi associated with the idea of effortless skill. And the simplest way I've found to live all that we're discussing here is as follows. Number one, acknowledge that now is where all the power is. The past and the future are purely imaginal. Now is reality. Bring your attention to now. Number two, allow your attention to be on what is related to your vision in a lighthearted way. Be here and now, and allow the insights to arise, and allow yourself to go about all you do in the certain way, which we can say is walking by faith or trusting, allowing effortless skill to arise. Number three, take your attention away from the unnecessary to remain in your flow and the natural order of flow, walking the path of least resistance to actualizing your vision. The above 3 points may be summarized to living life as a meditation. And by that I mean, if your mind wanders on what is not related to your vision, refocus your attention back on what you are doing in a lighthearted way. The repetition of doing this, if attention appears to drift away, results in remaining in the natural flow, allowing you to go about your initiatives easily in the certain way and calibrate into a natural way of being, which is being in congruence spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And if attention wanders, no shame or condemnation. Keep bringing it back lightheartedly to what you are doing, again and again. And this simple act will transform your life into being more effortless, as the unnecessary effort that is generated by attention going in directions that are unrelated to your vision ceases. And the quote from Lao Tzu is practically lived in all areas of your life. Not trying so hard, which could lead to burnout, rather allowing manifestation of accurate action in harmony with your vision by being in harmony with the flow of the natural order of things, the natural effect of living life as a meditation. So I trust you found this video to be helpful. Let's conclude this with an auto-suggestion to further encourage. You could say, I walk the path of least resistance by allowing my attention to remain on what is related to being in my flow, which further affirms my flow everywhere I go, manifested as the certain way to actualizing my vision in the spirit of harmony with the natural order of life. If you would like a copy of this mind map, the link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk with you soon. Take care.